Good morning, students. Welcome back to ICT class. Hope you all are doing good at your home. So in the previous class, we have started new chapter, moving images related to SkinFig Animation Studio, and we have discussed about the activities. In the previous class, we have discussed about introduction part in new chapter, which is 9th chapter, moving images, and the first topic was different stages in making animation, and there are three main stages in making animation. The first stage is designing of characters, and the second stage is creation of storyboard that include scenes and action, background music, etc. And the third main stage is giving animation to the characters. And secondly, we have discussed about making animation in the software called SkinFig Animation Studio. So this chapter deals with a new software called SkinFig, and in this software we have discussed about the tools in SkinFig Animation Studio. So there are different tools, and I have given one homework question for you, which is activity 9.3. So there are several tools in that software. So the first tool is transform tool. The use is given in your textbook, and second tool is square tool in order to create the square object. Third tool is circle tool in order to create a circle object, and next tool is fill tool in order to fill the shape with a color, and then next tool is gradient tool in order to apply more than one color to a shape. Next tool is star tool, and the last tool is smooth move tool in order to move a particular object. So I hope everyone has done that homework. So this is the previous class activities which we have discussed. So in today's class we are going to deal with. By the end of today's class, the learner will understand about a new software called SkinFig Studio, and also to learn about how to animate the stars in the sky using SkinFig Studio. So let's start today's class session with another activities in this chapter. So let's start with the next two activities in your textbook. Scene 1, movement of sky and the stars, movement of a star in the sky. So I am going to show the activities. Activity 9.4, let's draw the sky and the stars, and activity 9.5, moving the star from one direction to other direction. So let's start with the first activity, activity 9.4 in your textbook, which is let's draw the sky and the stars. For that, open SkinFig Studio by clicking on applications, graphics and SkinFig. After that, here you can see the SkinFig Studio window. So let's start drawing a sky with stars. So normally stars will appear in night time. So we have to make this canvas black color. After that, we'll start drawing star. So here you can see the foreground and background color. Here we have to change the color, fill color. We have to give that fill color as black because stars appear in night. So we have to change this color. Here now the fill color is white color. We have to change this white color as black. So here you can see a double-sided arrow mark, and the tool is known as swap, fill and outline colors. So click on this tool. So the color will get swapped. So now our fill color is black color, so that we can draw a rectangle with black color. So open SkinFig Studio. In order to prepare the night sky in the background, use the rectangle tool and start drawing the rectangle with fill color black color, or you can use this corresponding fill tool in order to give what black color. So let's take the rectangle tool. Take the rectangle tool from the tool panel. After that, similar to GIMP, start drawing a rectangle in the canvas. So take the rectangle tool, then click and drag the mouse in order to draw the rectangle. So you can see we have drawn one rectangle with black color, which indicates a sky, night sky. Then what will be the next activity? We have to draw the stars, some stars in this sky. So here you can see the star tool. But before selecting the star tool, now our fill color is what? Black color. So if you take star tool and if you are drawing some stars over the sky, we can't see the star because the fill color is black color. So now again we have to swap the fill and outline colors. So click on this swap fill and outline color tool, and then now our fill color is white. Then take the star tool. Let's draw one star. So I have drawn one star. Now here in the toolbox, suppose I need to change the position, shape and size of the star. Which tool is used here? In Inkscape window, we have studied this tool which is known as transform tool, one arrow mark sign. So click on this transform tool. Here you can see in our star 3 nodes which is known as handle, 3 nodes. If you click on this center node which is indicated using green color, we can move the star to another position like this. We can move the star. And what about the second node? Second node indicates we can change the shape of the star. If you click and drag over this node, you can see the shape of the star got changed. So second node indicates the shape of the star. And what will be the third node? Third node indicates the size of the star. So if you click and drag the mouse, you can see the size of the star get reduced. See? So these are the 3 main nodes. Center node is to change the position. Second node to change the shape. And third node is to change the size. Now we have drawn one big star. Now I am going to draw another small stars over here. Like this, we can draw any number of stars in the sky. Draw the star, and if you wish to change the position of the stars. Like this, we can change the position of the stars and size of the star. So change the size and position of the stars. So this is activity 9.4 in your textbook. What is 9.4? Drawing a sky which is indicated using black color and drawing some stars in the sky. So we can use star tool, then change the color, fill color, then use transform tool in order to change the position, size and shape of the sky. So here comes activity 9.4. Now I am moving to next activity 9.5 in your textbook. I am going to animate this corresponding big star. I am going to animate this star towards right side. Now the star is in left side. I am going to animate the star towards this right side. So how to give animation? So listen carefully. While giving animation, you have to listen carefully to this class. So how to animate this corresponding star? So here you can see one time period. Now it is 0 frame per second. We can change this time to 60 frame. So our key frames, it is known as key frame. So key frame we can change 0 to 60, 60 to 120. Here in this time panel, there are 120 frame per second. So we can change it as 60 to 120. We can give any time period like 50, 100. We can give any time period. So what does it indicates? 60 and 120 means what? For example, now it is at 0 frame per second. When it reaches 60 time period, the star will move to this corresponding direction in the right side. When it reaches 120 frame per second, the star came back to this its original place. So that is mean by 60 and 120. When it reaches 60, the star will move to right side, and when it reaches 120, the star come back to its original place. So I'll show the first frame per second, 0 to 60, the star will move from left side to right side. And moving opposite direction, I will show it in next class. So, how to do this animation? Here you can see one key frame. So, take this key frame in the parameters panel, one key symbol. We have to add this key frame. Now you can see only 0 frame is there. We have to add 60 frame. So, here in the current time period, change the time as 60. I am going to change the time as 60 frame. Then, if you add this time, we must add this time in this parameters panel, because here only there is 0 frame per second. We have to add this 60 frame per second in this parameters panel. So, click on this plus button, add new keyframe. Whenever you are giving this time period in the current time box, you must add that current frame in this keyframe. So, add new keyframe. If you click on this plus button, you can see the corresponding time period. Now, in the time track panel, we can see the playhead. This line is known as playhead. Playhead is now at which position? 60 frame position. So, type 60 frame in this current time box and press enter key, and in this keyframe box click on this plus button. So, our new keyframe got added in this corresponding time. Then, now our duty is to animate in this 60 frame time which position the star to be displayed. So, we have to animate that star. How to do animation? Here you can see one green symbol. What does it indicate? Turn on animate editing mode. Now it is viewing as an image. We have to create the star as an animation mode. So, after entering the time period, we must click on this turn on animate editing mode. Then only our animation or editing will get start. So, click on this turn on animate editing mode. So, click on this green color button. So, now our animation is on and we have provided one time period. So, we have to change the position of the star. At this 60 frame, where should the star get displayed? So, we have to change the position of the star. So, click on this transform tool. In order to select that stars, click on this transform tool. Then, move the star. I am going to move this big star. So, click on this green color center node and then move the star to right side. Where should it get displayed? So, at the first time period, my star, this big star will get displayed over right side. So, our animation is over. So, what I have done, give the current time period in this box, press enter key. After that, add that current time, that new time by using add new keyframe button. Add that time 60 frame. After that, click on this turn on animation editing mode and then move that star to first position, another position. Then, how to view the animation? Here you can see seek to begin option. So, click on this seek to begin option. So, our star will be at a first position. And if you click on this play button, now see the time. The time is 0 frame. At 0 frame time, our star will be at left position. And when it reaches 60 frame, our star will move from here and will reaches the right side. So, that is our first animation. So, click on play button. Then you can see the change. See? So, this is first animation. Okay. So, our frame consists of 120 frame. Now, it reaches 120 frame. We didn't give the position of the star at 120 frame. So, it will stop here. So, in the next class, we'll do the animation from this right side over to its original
position at 120 frame. So this is what known as animation. So give the current time, click on this turn on animation mode, change the position of the star to which place the star should get displayed. After that, click on seek to begin option, then play the animation. So after doing the activity, what we have to do? Save the file. If you click on save button, it will get saved in the extension Skinfig. This is the saving extension of Skinfig. SIFZ. So it is the saved file extension. But if you save this file, what will happen? We can open this file in Skinfig Animation Studio itself. We can open this file. I am going to save this file so that we can only open in this particular software. If you want to view it as a video, click on File option, Render option. Then we can view it as a video option. In every software, we can view it as PDF by clicking on Export button. So that means here we can click on Render key, Render option. Then change the extension. Now it is viewing as a PNG format, which means image format. Change the extension to FLV. Then we can view it as a video presentation. So change the extension to FLV. Otherwise, if you saving it as PNG, we can view it as an image. Click on Render option. It will take some time. So after rendering the file, here you can see the message, file rendered successfully. So after that, close this. Here you can see Skinfig animation.flv and a saved file. So click on this video presentation. See, we can view it as a animation. So this is animating video using Skinfig Animation Studio. Today we have discussed about activity 9.4 and 9.5. Here is the note. You can copy this note in your notebook. So activity 9.4 was drawing sky and stars. For that, use rectangle tool that fills the entire canvas and then give a suitable color to that rectangle. After that, use star tool in order to draw the stars. Then use transform tool to change its position, size and shape. So here comes activity 9.4. Next we have discussed about activity 9.5, moving the star from left side to right side. So here we are giving key frame 0 frame, 60 frame. So select the star, ensure the current frame is 0 frame. After that, click on animate editing mode, then enter 60 frame in the current time. Then take the keyframe and click on add new keyframe button. Then what we have to do, take the transform tool, move the position of the star to the other end and then press the play button in order to view it as an animation. So this is activity 9.5. Here is the homework questions for you. Try to find out the answers and write it in your notebook.
So that's all for today. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.